I'd like to read the beginning chapter from my novella, That Note from La Jolla. It's about a guy who lives in La Jolla, California, and writes fiction. He gets a surprise phone call from a girl with whom he was having a passionate relationship a few years ago, and she suddenly dropped him and ran off with a wealthy man who asked her to marry him. There are scenes in Paris, France, the Spanish Riviera, a lake in Mexico, Memphis, Tennessee, and of course La Jolla. It's a short novel that's followed by 7 short stories. I'll read the beginning chapter for you now. La Jolla, California, 2018. The phone rang and he answered after the first ring. Hello? This Brock? Sounds like you. Who are you? His customary response when a caller virtually forces entry into his privacy. Kendra, remember me? A smooth, mellow voice. He smiled. Hell yes. Paused while he removed his reading glasses. I don't think there are many Kendras out there. He knew this Kendra in particular had been rather special. I don't know any other Brocks either. How'd you get my number? He asked. It's been a while. 5 years, I think. Your number's the same. You kept it all this time? You still married? He recalled that her marriage came on abruptly. Some wealthy guy who traveled internationally and owned homes in exotic locations. Brock never knew the details. No, that's over. I purposely stashed your number away in a secret spot. I had a feeling I'd call you one day. Are you married now? Brock was sitting at the keyboard and computer in his den. You were always pretty good about keeping secrets. No, I'm still hanging loose. My dad died not long ago and left the house to me. Same place as when we were seeing each other. Reaching over the keyboard, he turned off the monitor. Where are you calling from? Paris? Tokyo? Sounds like you're next door. Sorry about your dad. I liked him. I'm staying at La Valencia. I'm calling from my room. Suddenly he was uncomfortable, not sure which direction he should take with this conversation. Kendra, no doubt, had expectations, but his thinking didn't always match hers. It's a surprise to hear from you. I never thought I'd see you again. Figured you lived on the other side of the world, taking care of 2 or 3 kids by now. And here you are, in La Jolla. No kids, she said it bluntly. I haven't really been living, only existing. A silent alarm went off in his brain, and he wasn't prepared to deal with it. The last chapter he had with Kendra had been pleasant, except for her surprise marriage. He had feelings for her he'd never had for any other female, and now, knowing her marriage was over and she had no children, he couldn't avoid entertaining a desire to at least see her and assess what damage might have been done. She certainly isn't broke, he silently reasoned. If so, she wouldn't be staying in La Valencia, unless she's expecting me to pay her bill. He ventured with, It's none of my business, but I can't help wondering what happened. Are you going to tell me, or Is this one of your life-changing secrets? He tried to throw some empathy in with his curiosity, along with a little reality. I want to see you, Brock. Is it possible? Then I'll tell you my story. You have a car? He wanted to know. No. Can't you come to the hotel? We'll have more privacy. She knew this was a gamble, but felt sure he'd decline, considering his ex-girlfriend's mother had been head of housekeeping there, and perhaps still was. Now his thoughts were doing flip-flops. Sure, and I'll end up in bed with you, and who knows where that'll lead. He stretched for sanity. You know that public stairway that's next to La Valencia leads down from Prospect down to Scripps Park and the Cove area? There are benches around the Cove, remember? It's a weekday, and the tourists are gone. He checked his watch. I'll meet you there. It's 2:10 now. And I'll see you there at one of the benches near the lifeguard stand at 3:30. That okay? Of course. Sounds good. Thank you, Brock. I thought sure you'd tell me you're married. By the way, are you still writing? Yeah. Are your books selling? Nothing much has changed. I can't even get an agent to read my work. Damn. How many novels have you written? 5. Oh, hell. That must be frustrating. The End of Nautilus is one of my favorite books. I love it. And I'm not just telling you that. I'm glad you called. See you then, Kendra, in a little while. Bye. Okay, bye. He punched off the phone and put it back in its vertical position. Think carefully, dude. You're leading a peaceful, maybe boring life now, but you don't want to slide into some nasty situation and regret it, even if you do hit it off with her. Sure, she's the only girl you ever loved, and she's great in bed, but you didn't seem to be able to say no to her. And when she met that rich bastard, she ditched you without batting an eye. Listen carefully and think. You can screw up your whole life. Be careful. What's she doing here? Why did she come? What about her husband? Where the hell is he? If she's got a story to tell, you better pay attention. You have absolutely no problems now. Don't step into you know what. That's the end of chapter 1. It's a tightly written story and has some surprises in it. The foreign locations are kind of different. I hope you'll read it.